All right, out here at Williston Disc Golf Courses, Hal Mundy, course designer for a large portion of it. He kind of took it over a little bit after some other folks came in. So we're here on tee pad of hole 1. So tell me about this hole, Hal. How did it start off?
It started off, first year was a par 4 at 35 feet par 4. Along the lake side is OB, and right side sidewalk is OB.
So you can tell there's a cool little pond over here on the left-hand side. So definitely don't want to stay away from that, but also try to avoid the tree at the same time. We'll see how we do.
Oh. What you got to avoid?
Shockingly, I'm going to throw a buzz. We'll hit those wires. All right. 2 off the first.
A renegade. Hard and short tee. It's about my distance.
I'll try a St. Pro this time. See if I can get a driver just a little bit further than that buzz.
Good skill. You parked the short tee also. Short basket.
That's safe. So you got 30, close to 40 people in your club. Now, are they just here local? Do they come from Augusta? How far is Augusta from here?
We have about probably 10 locals. And the rest are Aiken, North Augusta area.
Oh, nice.
Players.
Now, as I got out of the car, you were telling me that you tried, because Augusta is so close and Aiken's so close, you tried to schedule things.
I coordinate with the Augusta Disc Golf Association. Tournaments, leagues, that type thing, so we don't overlap each other.
Yep.
Even though most of their stuff's in Augusta, and we're in South Carolina.
Yep.
So I know we have to go through Vern as South Carolina tournaments. So I just try to coordinate my tournaments so that it doesn't have anything to do with the Augusta tournaments.
Yeah.
And also their leagues. They run a league on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday night, and I run my league on Wednesday.
Nice.
So this hole 2 at Williston Disc Golf Course, 280 feet across the lake, and it's a hard hyzer if you want to go around the water. Our straight shot is only about 260. This hole is a tournament changer. Michael Benson, I hate to call you out, but Michael was leading our first tournament we ever had by about 4 strokes, and this hole cost him the tournament.
Oh no.
So he loves this hole, and so does everybody else.
So when you're throwing, are you going at the tree, to the right of the tree? Because I see the basket there. How much land do you have?
I throw to the bush up near the church parking area with a hard hyzer, so that if I don't make it across the water, at least I'm safe. But OB water and OB church parking lot, so it makes it a very tight landing spot.
Dang. All right, well, let's see how we do on this thing.
Come back in. Oh, I may be edge of the parking lot. Maybe back in the grass.
All right, so you said straight across with slight hyzer. What is it to the basket, you say?
Straight to the basket is like 255, 260.
All right. It gets pretty thin up there?
Yeah, it's pretty thin. It's probably 40 feet wide from water to parking lot.
Is the water behind it?
No, it's just parking lot.
Okay.
You want to go long OB if you go OB. You're there. Good shot.
County property?
This is city, town park. I don't know how many total acres it is. Not a whole lot, but.
And what kind of relationship do you guys have with the church here? Does that come into play?
It's a good relationship. I mean, we don't we don't have any tournaments or anything on Sundays, so we don't deal with, you know, church parking and you know, things like that. So a little piece of this grass property is on church property. So we just ask people to, you know, respect the church and not throw while there were cars parked during church hours or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and I think most locals know, you know, when they play and when church lets out and that type thing.
I love this basket placement. So this was your design on this one?
Originally this was 2 holes. So hole 2 started at the tee pad. Okay, and the basket was up near the road. Okay. Where the clay spot is. And then the tee pad was 5 foot from it.
Whoa.
And it was hole 2, and then hole 3 went down to the basket. So we took the tee pad and the basket out and made it 1 hole. Well, we were trying to do something that was, you know, tournament friendly, that could change a, you know, a tournament.
Yeah.
I'll say it's hard not going in the water again.
Oh, nailed it. Oh, I got speed of it. Who did the wraps for your baskets?
I work for
Oh, so this is nice. That's
we printed all the signs, signs, sponsor signs, and the basket wraps.
Yep.
So local Napa, and then we put the Williston Disc Golf logo with the whole number on it. And then the T signs, we do those also.
That's awesome.
Now, tournaments, I do tournament strings, OB strings.
Yep.
So like this hole would be from the tee pad to the corner of the building, because a lot of people will grip lock it and hit the building and be OB off the tee.
Oh, okay.
So instead of people playing from back here around, I made it OB.
What's even rate out here?
Even rates, I think every tournament we have, the weather is always a great condition. So things like it's always windy or cold or something, and even usually rates about a 900 even.
Oh, nice.
So
1,000, 10 down, something like that then?
Yes. It's not a long course. The longs play about 4,500 feet. The shorts play about 3,800 feet. Yeah. But it's a very technical course, especially once you get in the woods and with all the water OBs around the outer holes.
Danger on most holes then?
Most holes. There's 6 holes on the outer open holes that have water OBs. So, and like I said, you notice it's a little windy today. Yep. And it seems like every time you play, and you got to deal with the goose.
Yeah. Anybody's ever played winter, you know that
feeling. Yeah. I'll leave it at that.
Come on, Bear. Get back over there. Come on, go in the street. That works too. Oh, there's somebody that knows what's going on.
No skill. That's all I had. Wow.
Good bid.
That dropped.
So is this, what school is this across the way?
That's Williston Elk Grove Middle School.
Okay.
And then the high school's on the other side of it. That's the Williston Elk Grove High School, baseball field, football field. This was an added hole that took away from the original course because of safety that was up near the playground. We had a basket that was by the playground that we took out, and we added this hole. Very tight fairway. Oh, yeah. Inside the basketball court is OB, and of course pond water is OB.
You got the birdie on the last one, so.
Oh man, I get to go first to show you the raid.
Yeah.
Let's throw the Johnny McRae fuse. Shout out, Johnny. There is a bird on top of the basket, so maybe we can get a birdie. Uh-oh, goodbye. Way too high.
Simmer down, hit the ground, hit a house. Oh man.
Barely went in.
Yeah, I thought you was
my hand soaking wet. Way too high.
Now I'm scared of it. See, it's through the ground.
Good run.
Good bid.
We're usually above 90 players.
Oh, wow.
I'll do 5 on the T-pad.
Uh-huh.
Because it's a short course and it doesn't take a long time to play.
Yeah.
It's up in the edge of the woods and it's got a little berm before you get to it.
Yeah.
It's got a low ceiling to get to it, and it's a little uphill, so.
I like the design of this one. So it's got that berm, so you like throw high, but you can't really throw it too high because you got the tree line. That looked good. Hit that stump, but
Yeah.
still putting.
Rather be short than long. Get by it. Oh, man, that's too bad.
I'll do it. Did. So what about this one? I see the Mando there.
So this is Mando left because hole 10 T-pad is to the right, and we don't want anybody trying to hyzer out, which is no play out there whatsoever anyway.
Yeah.
This is a basket up in the woods at 207 feet, but it's basically a right-hand, backhand, and hyzer.
Oh, that looks like money.
Get out of there. That's fine. That's okay, yeah.
Too wide, but it's not through.
Yep.
Okay. There it is.
This is a hole designed by my son, Dalton Mundy.
Uh-huh.
Kind of short. 167. Got a tight window to go through, and then you go into the bamboo. When you get into the bamboo, the circle one opens up pretty good, but just getting in there is really
Right,
tough.
right.
Oh, good kick.
Friendly kick.
Put him right in the middle. I'll take it.
How long did it take you guys to cut the bamboo to shape these holes out?
Probably 3 months, and that's with a weed eater with a blade on it, cutting each stalk. And we actually bought a grinder so that we could grind all the bamboo up on the hole to make a floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took a long time to do all this by hand because we didn't want to get a mulcher in there to do it.
Yeah.
You know, with a mulcher. So
You start tearing stuff up.
yeah, you start tearing stuff up. So all this was done by hand. But if you look at that right there, that's what the whole green looked like when we decided to put a hole here.
Come on.
Good putt. Yeah, this is a every week maintenance something. Because I just set this last week.
All right, so I went up and looked at this one. You got to make it through this gap on the trees once I kind of get my camera steady. And then the big tree back behind it's got a hook hard left. Not too hard, but just hard enough where it's going to come back.
Like that. Kick out, please. Oh, don't do that. Do as I say, not as I do.
I think it's long. Hit the tree, hit a house.
You still got an open putt.
Settle.
No turning, no rolling.
Get back here. Where you going?
Hey, good run.
Yeah.
Or something. They were here. This is hole 13. This is the signature hole for the Williston Disc Golf Course. It is a wall of bamboo on both sides, about 12 foot wide, with one tree dead center at 165 feet. It is actually the most ace hole on the course, but it's also probably the most bogeyed hole on the course because when you get off the fairway, you're in jail. A lot of it was overhead videoing looking at the whole course
Like with a
layout.
drone?
Yeah, well, we didn't do a drone. We done Google Earth.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Google Earth, and just tried to figure out, you know, we want to do this, kind of draw some lines on a map that we had printed out or whatever. And but it came down to a very good hole.
Yeah.
It's short, but it's very tough.
Yeah, let's see how long it takes me
They
to
say
buzz this one.
the hardest shot in disc golf is the straight.
Of course, I'm throwing the buzz. Buzz is good at that when I throw it right. Let's see what happens.
Great shot.
Pretty straight,
About
about
long.
4,000 feet long, but
I had to do a standstill on this just to keep my left and right. Try to keep it straight.
parked it. It's like you designed the hole.
We've got the hunting apps to where it gives like the elevations and stuff of the land with the layouts and stuff like that. So we could kind of see elevations, point to point and things like that. Straight two.
Thank goodness I'm short.
Hole 14, downhill, hyzer, 259. Tight fairway, tight line. Right at the tree. I'm dead. Good shot.
Thank you. Didn't hear anything, so.
13, 14, and 15 were hit really hard with this hurricane last September. And all this used to be all oak trees.
Oh wow.
In the middle that 90% of them came down, and we spent 3 weekends cleaning just these 3 holes up with tractors, tractors and chainsaws and
Smart play. Great shot. Yeah, it's hard to get too mad at the course designer when when it's you.
This had a lot of heavy oak trees, and the storm took out 4 or 5 on this hole actually. But we looked at the elevation on this and tried to put in some right-hand turn. So the basket is uphill, I don't know, 5 or 6 degree, 7 degree elevation with a little right finish. And it's not that long of a hole, but it's tough uphill straight shot. Turn, but not enough.
Too much.
We had flags for the tee pad and flag for the basket, and we were trying to figure out where we were going to place everything.
Yep.
And me, myself, my son Dalton, Keith Augustine. So this is Keith Augustine's hole. The little tree directly in the middle, the first ever throw off the tee pad, he hit with the tree. He hit the tree, so we left that one tree there. And like Tom Mack says, even the storm couldn't blow that one down. So.
Used to be a daddy.
So hole 16 is another tournament designed hole as a game changer. So it's a tight line to get through the 2 trees.
Oh, it's up on top of the mountain.
Off the tee pad, and then it's up on a hill about 12 foot off the ground. So we've had many rollaways where it turns from a par to 6, 7, 8, 9.
Thanks. Bang, throw it like you know it.
The initial 2 trees is tough as it is. But
Yeah, I can see you're standing here, you're so focused on the mound that you hit one of these.
right,
I
yeah.
assume the
My
fence here
focus is
out of bounds.
always trying to get through the trees. It's not even worried about the mound until I get there. And the fence right is OB too.
I know where it's at, but it's down there somewhere. So is this one of these things where you're walking through the property and you saw that mound, you like,
We saw the hill, had to put a basket on top of it. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Great two. I imagine this is one of the least birdied holes on the course.
It is. It is a game changer.
Danger all the way around.
Hole 17 seemed to be easy for everybody from the short tee pad. So we was like, okay. We put in a long tee pad. So it's a, I throw a putter off of it just to try to get down there close. So it's a very technical line that you have to throw on this hole to get birdie.
So when you were designing the course, I know it seems like most every hole's got long tees. Was that the idea? Like, okay, I'm designing this, and eventually,
Right.
there's going to be some longer tees back here somewhere.
Let's get it started. Let's get it playable, and then we can work on, you know, more technical, harder shots.
All right. So where's the basket on this? Down to the
So
right?
the originally designed, the stump that's turned over right there was a big oak tree.
Yeah.
And 6 months prior to finishing the hole, that tree got blowed over. But the basket is 40 feet, 50 feet behind that, between the two pine trees. I usually try to throw a arc right of this little tree, and then hyzer over toward the basket. A lot of people go straight at it and try to just miss the cabbage right in front of it.
Yeah.
That tree.
That's the one to miss.
That's the one to miss. Come left. Man, that didn't touch a thing.
Yeah.
Man, hit a tree. Hit the bump. Good shot. Hole 18, I call it the one of the most best finishing holes in all of South Carolina.
Nice.
So, low ceiling, raised basket, water hazard left, OB concrete on the right. So,
All the things that.
325 feet.
Wow.
So, all the things in disc golf that you want to avoid. Headwind.
You can throw it into the tree. So is this one a pre-existing hole, or you?
No, this was an added hole that we, actually my son, Dalton, decided that we needed a good finishing hole. And also takes you right back to hole 1 and keeps you out of the way to the playground and the baseball field and stuff like that. So we wanted a lot of hazard,
Yeah.
but yet, you know, a great finishing. In the trees again. Fan out. Awesome shot.
What's the base made out of?
Angle iron and printed Lexan. So we printed that at the company I work for.
Nice.
And it's just a little thank you for playing the course.
Yeah.
You kind of see that that pyramid shape on a lot of the disc golf pro tour on a bunch of holes. So we just decided, instead of just having a pole up there, you know, let's put something to thank people for playing.
Yeah, absolutely. Get it?
Good play.
Yep.